They're my friends.
Estrada's popped up right side of the infield. Gavin Lux has both arms out, telling Freddie Freeman he's got it. Squeeze it with two hands.
I plan to terrorize this resort. And by terrorizing, I mean just waiting around in the pool.
So, yes, this time he's going to make the most of our stay here and just show that pool no mercy.
This weekend, if you're around the Gaslamp District, don't be surprised to see colorful characters, enthusiastic fans, and energy that is absolutely indescribable.
drinks going on.
This thing's freaking amazing. Because even like the Uber driver was bringing us out, was bringing me out. He was like, "That's a really good place." So.
And this next guy, his name escapes me. Does anybody else know who's here? Hola. Josh Gad, everybody. Yeah, hola.
No, I'll sit where I want.
You have an assigned seat, sir.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah, the one that says Josh Gad. Hi, guys. But yeah, I got an email years ago from the brilliant Frank Miller saying, would you ever be interested in doing a comic book? And I, what's the term? Shit my pants. I was so, I was like, I would love that. I don't think I'm equipped to do it. You know, I don't know if you've seen my work, but writing comics is not a part of what I usually do. But I was kind of invigorated by the idea that maybe the greatest to ever do it would reach out to me and ask me. And so I started thinking a lot about it, and I felt like I batted around ideas and nothing sort of resonated as being worthy enough of me bothering with your time. And so when these guys called me up with this brilliant concept for the writer, it was everything I had been waiting to do, but wasn't brave enough to do on my own.
Well, she's the person that hasn't read
it. It's an odd time to accept the text from your wife.
She was like, where did you put the cat's pee pad? So I would say that the sort of pitch is comic book writer.
Hey babe, I'm at Comic-Con right now in front of an audience. Can I call you back? It's your husband. I love you.
This is a window in a creative process.
Also, it's in the laundry room.
So essentially, Stan Siegel is a comic book writer whose life spirals into a neo-Nazi occult nightmare, and he discovers that he has the ability to write down any superpower and to eat it and temporarily gain that power.
Temporarily, until he's digested?
Until he's digested and it's passed through his bowels.
And mine was like...
The idea was, Josh is a superhero in real life, so let's put him into a comic book.
That's what appealed to me. Guys like me never get to really be superheroes. The idea that, like, he's not perfect, that he's not, you know, Spider-Man, that he doesn't have a healthy body max index, that, you know, he's a guy who's a regular guy. And it's fun to get to read about a regular guy who can become a superhero. I think that wasn't only appealing to me, but appealing to a lot of people. Pre-Ozempic.
This is for Josh, first time caller, long time. I'm from Brooklyn. You know, and
guys, this is Academy Award winner Akiva Goldsman, by the way.
Yes, these are scarcity issues on your board. I mean, could you leave something for the rest of us to do? There's a fucking job.
Says the man on 52 panels in San Diego. By the way, I said to this man this week, so he is behind the new Star Trek series, Strange New Worlds, which is one of my, I'm a diehard Trekkie. And I said to him, what the fuck? You did a musical and you didn't put me in it? Very upset. So he's promised me I'm going to be on Star Trek. You're hearing it here first, and now you're pop committed. What's your name?
Violet.
Hi, Violet. My name is Olaf. Welcome to Comic-Con. I apologize if I said one too many fucks today.
if Disney buys Deadpool, and then all bets are off.
You did this, Ryan. You did this.
Saturday there's a walk to rain, you know, like a
they're sold out all weekend. That's it.
So then the next one.
Said if you post a picture of our bar, post on social media.
Hola, soy Sparky, de Runner Education through Imagination. Ven a hacer un recorrido por nuestra fábrica de animatrónicos o inscríbete en un campamento de verano para construir tu propia.
Oh, it was magic.
Yeah,
I didn't
got English
respond.
and
So that one over here, Star Wars, didn't stand by.
You want the red one? All right, cool. Yeah, and then just anywhere up here is good. And then we'll see what you get. Good luck.
Okay, sounds good.
Ooh, upgrade. All right, man. So in the top right.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, cool. And then I'm just gonna hand this over to you so you put your email in for a receipt, and then you'll find out what other fun stuff.
Perfect. Okay.
Mary loves to with her chest. She always finds
Guys, don't let me ignore you. If there's anything else. Blink heaven, bro.
Oh, it's got the dog too.
The animated series, I don't know if you basically.
We talked about making sure it's
Okay, well, I don't know why it's not down there like that.
Albert, I got my kids a little bit early, like Tuesday, to get the Lego Land, on Wednesday. Yeah, came to hang out here. We walked before yesterday, but I didn't see it. Give it everything you've got. You can do it. I've been able to survive this. I thought we had a month. We had a month.
So eventually I said, look, if you're not willing to pay me the difference, you know.
Good night. Minecraft.
Yo, wait.
Right.
Oh, I was like, where's this?
But now it's like full blown.
Maybe you've seen this image floating around. We shared this at, I think it was some retailers recently.
Oh, really?
But like, anybody have guesses of who these characters might be? Just shout them out. Here.
Iron Man is one, correct. It is the West Coast Avengers book, but who else? No.
Firestar?
Firestar is a hard maybe.
Oh, should we show it?
Yeah, let's show it.
Jeff the Land Shark, I like that.
Wait, what is Ultron doing there? I've been thinking a lot about redemption over the past year, and obviously that was on Rhodey's mind at the end of Iron Man. He was imprisoned for something that he and Iron Man did. He was falsely imprisoned, and I can tell you that is the Ultron that you know, that you've hated, that you feared. One of my favorite Marvel collaborations was working with Pepe Larraz on Uncanny Avengers. I'm sure it was one of your favorite collaborations, Tom, right?
Sure.
We inherited merged Hank Pym and Ultron, and we didn't quite know what that meant, and we told a horror story. Well, since then, Ultron's story has changed. Al Ewing came along and rescued Hank Pym from him. Yes, I clap for Al Ewing all the time as well. And so this is the new West Coast Avengers. It's about whether we can overcome our own coding, and it's about redemption. And we're going to be rolling in some villains that may stick. And I think one of the sexiest things on that cover is the old Silver Centurion suit.
Good bucket.
Come on.
It's great.
Yeah. You can all PayPal me, thank you. Yeah, no, come on. That's really good. What a cool Iron Man suit. But it's going to be so fun. Ben Harvey's doing our covers. Danny Kim is so exciting on the inside. Working with Alana, and we're having a blast. This is also a hard story. It came out of something that I brought to the room that I don't think this is a spoiler. It was something that we called the Gospel of Ultron. And I'm privileged to go to those editorial retreats, and there's so many ideas that then came forward. Hey, what if this, what if that, what if this? It led to this book, and some of these characters are gonna have a really hard rodeo, including Firestar, who we kind of gave a hard time last year too. Sorry, Firestar.
Think bigger.
Wow.
So we're going to wrap up, but as we leave, we're going to play out on the Mary Marvel Marching Society song. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
40 minutes? That can't be right.
go darker. I know she's hesitant, so we were really happy that you come on. The backstory that you came up with for some of this, we can't talk about it, of course. Blew us all away. So you're all in for a treat with this title.
We all got treated with issue 1 script like about a week and a half ago, and I devoured it in like an hour. It was just like, it's a beautiful.
Oh, thanks, guys. Oh my god.
Question for you all. Everybody has a favorite X-Men. Have any of you actually gotten to write for your favorite X-Men or your favorite X-Men character? And if so, what mark have you made on that character?
I haven't gotten to write any of them, but I've gotten to play with all of them. Sort of accidentally, I seem to have made Cyclops like 15 years younger. So there's that. Yep.
I've written a few X-Men over the years in short stories, but as I said earlier, Storm's my favorite, so someday. But right now, she's in the best hands she could be in.
I think you had a pretty good impact on not quite an X-Men, but a Jason Ditko.
Yeah.
It's a little impactful. That's true. I'll take that.
Obviously our relationship with X-Men is pretty fresh here.
Yeah, we're brand new. We haven't made a dent yet.
But I will already go ahead and say yes, I have written my favorite X-Men, and the impact we are going to make on this character is going to be felt by issue 6 of what we're currently, or issue 5 of what we're currently doing. So strap yourselves in.
I'm going to take a total cheat code on this. I've been reading Miss Marvel comics since Miss Marvel #1. I love Miss Marvel desperately. Kamala Khan is my favorite character in the Marvel Universe. She was a gateway, not just for me, into a whole other aspect of comics, but also a gateway for a lot of people that I know. She is Peter Parker for this generation, as far as I'm concerned, and for my generation, and I've really found an enormous amount of love for the character over time. The idea of getting to write her at all is astonishing. The idea of getting to write her in an X-Men book where she's dealing with a whole new set of paradigm of problems is a dream come true. I hope very much that we've already made a mark on that character as of issue 1, and I guarantee you our goal is to make a mark on that character for the next few years as we continue to honor the legacy that G. Willow started and that so many excellent writers have continued over the time. We're thrilled to be writing Kamala. Genuinely, she's my fave.
I think my favorite is Magneto, which obviously I'm not going to get. There he is. I'm not going to get the chance to write him, but I am writing his daughter. Polaris is a huge character in X Factor, and in some ways she's taken over the story because she is like her father's daughter in the sense that she would hate it if you told her she was her father's daughter. But she is very much Magneto's daughter, and she has these very strong opinions about what's right and what's wrong, and what it means to be a mutant, what they should be doing, and she isn't afraid to tell people. And she's also, unlike Magneto, I think much more human, sort of sympathetic. She is like, she's in a relationship with Havoc, and it really gnaws at her that he's joining X Factor, and he's doing everything she thinks a mutant should not do. And so, to me, it's sort of adjacent to my dream character, but I've just had, she's been really, I think, sort of the driving force of allowing me to think about these concepts in the book more distinctly. And so I'm going to say Polaris is probably my number 2 favorite character now.
See, everyone's picking very interesting answers, but I'm very basic. Wolverine. I got to work with Jonathan Hickman on the first Marvel Unlimited story, and then
that was really good.
Oh, is that a Skydive story?
Yeah, that was so cool.
And then I did the Let's Go, the second part of it, because I'm not Jonathan Hickman. But I got to write a story about love and losing, which doesn't happen all the time, and I really like that.
I'm pretty new in general, but also to the X world. The closest I've come is Deadpool, which is pretty fun. Deadpool and his daughter dog. And I think if I could write one person, I want to write Emma. I love a character who is just powerful as a person, not just as a mutant, not just as a hero or a villain, but as a person. I love a character who's capable of great cruelty, and I'd like to see where that'll lead us. That's always fun.
I thought of actually a second one. Old Man Logan. I really like that one too. That's how basic I am.
All right. I feel like I had a moderator last year, and I didn't care for it. I did it like this a lot leading up to the pandemic, and then just kind of got out of practice, so we'll see how this goes. Also, by round of applause, look, it's Saturday, I'm very tired. Comic-Con is quite a grueling experience for me. I don't know about you guys, I'm sure it's just cake for you guys. But by round of applause, who would be okay if this panel was just me taking a nap under this table?
Afternoon, I'm Adam, I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, let's hear it! I heard a boo. Which one? Who's booing? Who's booing? Raise your hand. See me after class. Go ahead.
Well, I was just seeing how I've done this entire undead genre with Walking Dead. Now you're in the superhero genre with Invincible. Will you think about doing a fantasy take on in the future, by chance?
That would be telling. I mean, I think a lot about the different, things I haven't done. I think about it a lot because I'm getting older, and I'm like, oh man, what else can I do before I die? Because I do Walking Dead and Invincible for like 15, 16 years, so if I were to ever take on another project like that, I'm looking at a long road ahead of me. And sometimes it makes me analyze my mortality in a way that I should be talking about from a panel. It's getting dark in here, guys. Everything okay? We're good, right? We're good? No? So I'm sad a lot, and I cry at night. Sometimes I don't know why. But, yeah, I'll do a fantasy comic. I think, I'd love to do a romance comic, I'd love to do a fantasy comic, but it's certainly nothing I could reveal now, but I am, I only have Void Rivals right now. Void Rivals is the only book I have coming out right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. I usually have more books out like that. I usually have more books than that out on a regular basis. Oh, thank you. Void Rivals is good. One person telling me Void Rivals is good. I'm just kidding. But I do lose you guys. I need you guys. So I just want to point out that I'm still answering that guy's question, and he was like, thank you. The more we can have that. No, that's more because my answer was terrible. You did great. What was I saying? So it doesn't happen every night, but just sometimes. And it alarms my wife. I tell her everything's okay, but the truth is it's not. Sorry, go ahead. Next question.
It's okay. Attention attendees, the exhibit hall will be closing in 15 minutes. Please finalize all your purchases and begin heading to the front of the exhibit hall.
And so today is the last day of Comic-Con. And this morning I'm so relieved to see that my car has not been towed because it was parked in an inappropriate area. I'm sure you'd be relieved too. Uchi, Uchi.
So in New York Comic Con last year, we did a family panel with, it was me and my sister Joanna and my younger brother Patrick. And there were a few industry people, Dean Haskell and Delaney was there. And after that panel, somebody from Rolling Stone came up to us and said, wow, this family stuff is heavy. I mean, nobody knows this. We should write an article, on that. So we were all like, yeah, we're trying to get this out there. So my brother and I, Patrick, were really in close contact with them for 9 months or more. But we were cautioned about Rolling Stone is not what Rolling Stone used to be. And said, you better prepare a rebuttal statement. And they were just really, it was souring, so we were like, no, this is like legit, man. We're like in it close with this guy. And then it came out. And of course, as soon as it came out, he sent it to me and I read it and I was like, dang. So I wrote a rebuttal, on my Facebook page. And then in the comments, everybody kept saying, oh, he shouldn't have said that, he shouldn't have said that. Why didn't he say that? Why didn't he say that? And I made some little joking offhand comments like, I should rewrite that article. So I did.
I've been looking at Mr. Ditko's work for about 6 years now. I almost wrote to him and then disaster happened, so I've always felt kind of bad about that. Did he ever talk to you about the philosophical significance of why he always drew hands and eyes very expressively?
Well, the thing about the hands, this gesture here, I overheard him actually. That question was asked to him by Ross Andrew. Mike Gold, who was the editor and our publicity guy, he had the honor of introducing Steve to Ross Andrew. They were fans of each other and they never actually met. And first question Ross asked Steve was, why do you draw hands like that? And Steve's answer was, well, hands are boring to draw. I have to make them look interesting. That's the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Musil, producer of the Batman movie.
I am here as a comic book geek. Dick Giordano, Trolley Comics. Stan Lee, Marvel Comics. Jack C. Harris, DC Comics. Can you describe for me, having worked for them, what his difference in mindset was as he worked with each company?
Well, I think the Charlton stuff was like his. He had a more personal connection to that stuff. Because Dick gave him a lot more freedom than the other larger companies did. A lot of the rumor about Charlton was, just keep the presses running. We don't care what we're printing. And so Steve had more creative freedom there. I never talked to him about his work at Marvel, ever. Because I knew that he would just get up and walk away. So I didn't want him to do that. With us, when I was working with him, it was a very collaborative script to artwork relationship. He followed the script. And again, if you don't know this, the way DC and Marvel did comics was different. Marvel worked with like a plot, and then the dialogue was added later. DC did it more like a movie script, where every panel was described in detail along with the dialogue, and they followed that. So again, I think Steve probably had more input, creative input at Marvel than he did at DC. But he was very professional about following the script. But then again, if you wanted to add something to it, again, professionally, he would not spring it on you. He would say, can I do this in this panel? Can I add this? And of course, when he talked to me, I said, yes, of course, do whatever you want, because I know it will be better than what was originally written. So I think those are the three differences. It was sort of like more collaborative with Marvel and DC, and more his own with his Carl stuff. And of course, the stuff he did independently later on. completely yours.
Thanks, fellas. Thanks for doing this back.
Thank you for being here.
And you don't like spiders. Wow.
They're all unwanted. See, it's cleared out. I saw one. I saw a red car right there.
Qué raro que esté aquí. Debe estar en mi color.
Well, thank you.
He looks down for
Maybe you could do the Half-Life project of
I really love with dubbing. When I had 80 years old, and my mom told me that the dubbing was made in Mexico, and I have that dream all my life. That's why I go to Mexico, in love with dubbing, in love with the Mexican culture, a través de El Chavo del Ocho, El Chapulín, and here it's really a dream came through to me. And I love Mexico, I love the Mexican culture, and by the dubbing art, the Mexican culture go to 28 countries all over Latin America, and that's it. It is a big responsibility to us. Chavo del Ocho, go to Argentina, and I love the set, but I love in love with the Kiko character. I had that idea to make voices and all, and I try to understand what he do, the cheeks and the voice, and I talk like Kiko every day in my everyday life, in the school, in my house. And then my father was very, very concerned and told my mom that they have to take a professional help for me because I was the crazy son until today. But my mom said, give it along, he's trying to understand, and so and so. Then passed many years, and then I go to Mexico. I never had a dream to do the character, so I had a dream like any fun, to take a picture or something. And one day they told me to a casting, but they want to cast Girafales because I'm a tall guy and I always do deep voices. And when I go to the casting, told to the director that story, and I asked if he just had the voice. In that time, Chespirito was living, and no conseguían nadie para el personaje.
They couldn't get anyone for that character.
Okay. Habían casteado 80 personas.
80 people were cast.
Pero a Chespirito nadie le gustaba. Entonces le dije, give me a chance to do the casting. And he looked at me like, but I do. Hablé como Kiko luego de 20 años, de no hacer nada. Y bueno, al otro día me dijeron que me había quedado con los dos papeles. Y lo más bonito fue que para el estreno de la serie, en el Foro 5 de Televisa, they do the exonography, like the original series, and I met Chespirito in the moment that he has told about my history. Y entonces él me dijo, así que tú eres el que hace la voz de Kiko. Yo le dije, sí, maestro. Y me dijo, me contaron tu anécdota. Qué anécdota tan bonita. Ahora tú puedes ir y decirle a tu padre que no estabas loco. Y ahora tú eres la voz de Kiko. Así que bueno, my cheers.
Let me translate that to English for the people that will be listening.
Please. Okay. Español.
Vengo desde una galaxia muy lejana a darles este mensaje. Un ancianato oscuro de la fuerza. Juntos gobernaremos la galaxia. Pero si me fallan, no vivirán para arrepentirse. Y recuerden, yo soy su padre.
I'm back home and I'm ready to eat this cookie which I purchased from the Sonic the Hedgehog Café at San Diego Comic Con. How does it taste? Well, let's find out, shall we?